Hi folks, this is ioEther and we're back with some more World of Tanks. As you can see, this is Deadly Smurf in the M103. This is a tier 9 game on Tundra. And yeah, this is the tier 9 American heavy tank, the M103. So this is my most heavy tank of anything past tier 6. I don't think there's any tank that I played after tier 6 that I hated as much as I hated this tank. It's so, when you're looking at it, if you're wanting to pen it, then just don't shoot it in the hull and just go ahead and fire through the cheeks of the turret. You can fire through up here, or you can, if you can hit, no, actually that part's probably a bit too angled. But yeah, the cheeks of the turret will go through as long as you're quite close to that gun mantle, but not actually hitting the gun mantle. Also, this whole section up here, if you hit it, that's the advantage cupola, you'll go through there too. The lower glacis, if you fire through right here, you'll probably go through, as long as you have decently high pen. If not, fire for just over here next to the wheels, and you'll go through there. Now that, by the way, is a weak spot on all of the T110 series. So the E5, the E3, the E4, all those tanks, you can shoot them right about there, and it flattens out and weakens out just about the same pace right about there in the armor. So you're likely to go through with everything. I recommend finding some gold, especially for an E4, as that guarantees you the chance to go through. Now, the thing about this tank is that if you're shooting at it from even an angle such as this, so part of the tank suddenly becomes vulnerable. And so basically, as long as this thing is looking directly at you, it's only got a couple of vulnerabilities. It's got the cupola, it's got the cheeks, and the 2 or 3 places down here. If this thing isn't looking at you, and with this massive turret, if it's shooting the guy next to you, then suddenly you have a gigantic target that you can't possibly miss, because suddenly there isn't an angle on this turret you can drop around into that is very, very likely bounce. Anything over here is likely because of the fact that it's just so angled back there. And of course, if you shoot the gun mantle still, it's likely to bounce because it's still a gun mantle. But the rest of the tank is pretty much just, the rest of the turret is just open for business. Go ahead and shoot it full of holes, and you're likely to do damage. And considering the rest of this line, including the E5, is all about using your turret to block damage, this tank just feels like the one tank in the line that's just like, kill me now, or shoot me for no reason. I can't do anything to defend myself. I'm just Swiss cheese tank. So I don't know how much damage Deadly blocked. I know I looked at the number and then I completely forgot. So during this game, I'm sure he's going to teach us some stuff about how to use this tank. Before we get into it though, if you like this, please do hit the like button. So I am still running a contest for every week. I give it 500 gold to the star of the video with the most likes on it. So if you guys want Deadly, if you think this video is something that should get him some gold, then go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, and we'll use the community to distribute some wealth in this game. And the other thing that I always say that I completely forgot to say is WoT. Yeah, please do share this with your friends and clanmates. That's the best way for this channel to grow, is for you guys to share it. And we're something like 5 subscribers from 400, which irritates me, but it excites me so much at the same time, Okay, so let's just roll the clip and get on into this game. You notice he is running a large rocket and an automatic fire extinguisher. Go ahead and apologize for the first time about... No, that's what he's looking at. Apparently he's more zoomed out than I am, which is interesting, especially when he's taking shots. Now, typically, if you're a newer player and you don't really know this game, you want to be zoomed in when you're actually firing the shot. Apparently, he's got really smooth scrolling back and forth on that, because I've never seen the camera quite so. Quite so smoothly before. As I get the notice that my wife is on lunch, soon I will have to go. Great. We'll finish this first. She'll never know. Nobody tell her, okay? Okay, so he looks around, figures out that there isn't anything you can shoot right away, and so now instead of just randomly pushing, he's waiting for enemy tanks. Now he's the only heavy tank on this side of the map, and he does have a tortoise supporting him. Though apparently all this IS-6 can see is a tortoise, and so IS-6 is going to charge into a tortoise and an M103 crossfire. Guess what happens to him? Yeah, so these guys are definitely looking at, well, the T-26 is definitely looking at the tortoise. This Type 4 is definitely not. Tortoise is down to half health from artillery, and we watch the Type 4 fire as he... Look at that. It's almost like he learns from my videos. He goes ahead and puts the shot into the one weak point they're showing. The weakest of all the points that are showing. Oh, look, we have another target. Except this one misses. That or the T-30 looked at us, and it didn't show us that we bounced off of his gun mantle. Both are possible. That even goes so far as to say likely, but maybe not likely. Definitely possible. For crying out loud, why am I so tired? I shouldn't be tired. It's fine. Like a snapshot, unfortunately, because he wasn't scoped in, he didn't actually pen that shot. Now, of course, the reason he didn't scope in is because he didn't really want to get shot in return. He's going to wait until T-30, apparently T-30's going to die. But he was waiting for the T-30 to turn his turret back forward to shoot someone from, and then he was going to go ahead and take a shot. For some reason, the Type 4 has backed way off, and the Type 4 was the only guy over here that Deadly was really afraid of. These IS-3s don't really bother him so much, as long as he can find their weak spots, which are fairly big and obvious. He will be able to pen them each and every time. Oh, look, that's where the Type 4 is. Now, the Type 4 obviously is hiding from artillery. Nice dodge? How do you dodge with an... So the IS-3 just badly aimed that. He probably aimed it in a hurry because he was scared that if he hung out there too long. For crying out loud, I'm not yawning again. He was probably scared if he hung out there too long, he was going to get himself shot. And so instead of taking a shot that he knew was going to go in, he just snapped the shot off, and it missed. And good lord, why didn't we take that shot? Or that shot. Oh, look at that. That one went in. So I hope Deadly will scope in here in a second. I'll show you. Okay, so on this IS-3, right now in his current position, we can shoot all of this. How do you miss all of this? Now the only part that might be iffy to shoot at is the tracks, so don't necessarily put a shot into the bottom of these tracks. But there's a whole chunk of the tank on the upper half that we can shoot at quite easily. There's actually even a patch on the turret that you can overmatch with ease in almost any gun. So why is this guy doing this? I assume because he thinks he is using his tank correctly. He thinks he's coming out at an angle, he's angling his armor. His armor gets better when he angles it. Yes, to an extent. The problem with the IS-3 is the IS-3 has a pike nose, which means as soon as he pops his nose around that corner, he's automatically at that angle, giving us the best shot at him. And with the Type 4, this right here is only 200 millimeters, as it is right now. We can definitely put a round through that. 258 pen. If he hits that area, which it looks like he's going to, that must have flown high. There's no way that didn't go in if it hit the right area. There we go. See, that's what happens. So, it's about 200 millimeters right there. And so either he go roll the penetration or he missed. I'm going to go with likely he missed. And so now, yeah. So it only works to shoot through that area when the Type 4 is angled towards you, so that it flattens out that little section of armor, and suddenly that becomes the weakest point on his tank. And should be able to pen that with ease. Now, unfortunately, Type 4 has kind of learned his lesson. So this might be his point where you switch to HE and put some HE into that belt of his. You're only looking to take away 249 health. Now, the other thing you could do is you could charge him. It's only a Type 4. He has a little bit of backup in IS somewhere. But you could definitely charge him, and that would eliminate his advantage, because he wouldn't be able to hide behind a rock if you were right next to him. Downside of that step being that we can only take one shot from that Type 4 before we are very easily killable. Unfortunately, downside for that Type 4 is that right there. That's his backup. That IS that's way over there. It's yeah. I'm trying to point at it on your screen, and it's the opposite of where it is on mine, and it's a little bit weird like that. But anyways, that IS that's burning right there, that was the Type 4's only backup that we know of. Now that doesn't mean he doesn't have more. And having taken that one shell from the T-28, we're definitely in a bad spot as far as that goes. But likely as not, the Type 4 is now alone and undefended. And if we can bounce a shot or sneak a shot in, we should be able to kill him. And that will pretty much be game. This is... Oh, that sneaky shot between the buildings! That had to be a snapshot. Not really well aimed and not really well calculated out. But obviously that connected, and that was enough. Now the Type 4 hopefully doesn't see us and goes ahead and shoots our IS-3. Because if he does that, then we can move in, or we can take a pot shot and we'll see which one ends up happening. But no, at this point in time, he's probably got to know that something's up. Someone else is here other than the IS-3. The IS-3 apparently decided to turn around in the middle of an open field and run away. That's about the second worst decision you can make in any tank, is to turn around in the middle of an open field. I think Deadly is pinging the map and trying to pull the IS-3 back. But of course the IS-3 is just like, and it's just out of there. We have a Tiger 1 on 50 health that's coming to help us out, because Tiger 1s are awesome. And 50 health or not, he can do this. Oh, look at that. Can he put that shot in? Nope. No, he can't. But apparently, considering the fact that the Tiger 1 was at 50 health to start with, apparently neither can the Type 4. Okay, so there's a stock Tiger, or, you know, even fully upgraded Tiger rolling at you, and you're in a tier 9 tank. How do you miss that? How do you miss that shot? How do you not aim that? You knew he was coming around the corner before he came around the corner. You have just pre-aim. You haven't fired at anyone in a long time. Just pre-aim. Now this is incredibly smart. He's platooning up with the Tiger, the T-34, 2GFT, and these guys all, now, if they survive, that is a three-way brothers in arms, assuming that we get a kill. So Deadly just needs to kill this AT-7. And because of the fact that he just platooned up with these two guys, what's the likelihood of them not giving him the kill? And thus, he gets an extra kill, and he gets the brothers in arms. Well done. Mastery badge first class, Fire for Effect, Brothers in Arms, Engineered but still awesome, and the high caliber. Yeah, this was worth it. So, effectively, look at that, 4,000 damage. So when I asked how Deadly was going to show us, or when I said how Deadly was going to show us how to use this armor to its best effect, he basically did so by not getting shot as much as possible. Well done. And, yeah, Artie definitely carried this. Props to the M6 as well. M46, sorry. And then, yeah, it was well done. You can tell who did the most amount of damage that game. 19 shots fired. 12 penetrations, meaning almost every time you hit, it went in. And then only, you got shot 7 times. And 3 didn't pen to a total of 9. What shoots you 3 times for 130 apiece? Or were some of those eaten by tracks and therefore not shown? I don't know. Doesn't matter to me right now. That's a lot farther than I thought he traveled, though. Well played, sir. Thank you so much for saying this in. Thank you all for watching. Please don't forget to hit that like button if you think Deadly deserves some money for this. 500 gold specifically. And share this with your friends and clanmates if you suspect that I might benefit from some extra subscribers and they might benefit from watching awesome games like this. And I will see you all later. This ioEther out.